So this is part 2 of how to order lunch like a boss. So up till this point, you have gotten everybody's lunch orders, you've typed it up, you've emailed it to the manager of the restaurant, and you've called the manager to make sure they are directly shepherding the creation of your order. So you head off to the restaurant, you go pick it up, and then you bring it back, and you'll notice a couple of things. One, really without even asking, because you have typed the names on each order, they will put that person's name on the bag. You should ask them to, but you'll notice they'll do it anyway. And then you hand out the orders and watch as no complaints come back. Nobody complains because you typed up the order and everybody at the restaurant was able to clearly read it and implement it. So there are basically no mistakes when you give them a typed order. Anybody who's ever worked at a restaurant can tell you that most of the mistakes in an order are made during communication. So what most PAs do is they call and place the order over the phone. That relies on the restaurant to hear and clearly understand what you're saying, or they're made in some sort of handwriting, right? So if you just faxed them a handwritten order, it's very possible that they'll misread it and just screw up. But when you type the order and email it, it's almost impossible for them to mess up. It does happen, but the great news is if they do mess up, you have a dead to rights case against the restaurant, and they will probably give you an entire day of food for free just to get your business back for screwing up. So up to this point, this process basically just gives you a lunch order that has no mistakes in it, which has its own value, trust me. But here are some of the next level privileges that doing it this way affords you. So during prep / pre-production, when you're ordering lunch, people are taking meetings, right? So they're going to be people you don't have access to. Maybe they were on a location scout. Maybe they had to go take a meeting off site, but they were not around when you visited their office or called them to figure out what they wanted for lunch. But because production offices go back to the same restaurants again and again, if we have previously ordered from that restaurant, you can just go look up that menu and see what that person ordered on that day and just order it for them again. This made me look so good when there were tense meetings and things were going on and we had to distribute lunches to people during the meeting without disrupting them. And then even the 1 or 2 people who didn't have a chance to order got something for lunch that they liked because they had previously ordered it from that very same restaurant. There's a couple of CYAs built in here too. For instance, if somebody accused you of screwing up their order, you can always pull up the handwritten version where they wrote out their own order and say, look, this is what you ordered. All right, go with my many blessings and use this pro tip to build your career and get promoted out of the production office.